10 secret signs someone has a crush on you. We've all experienced having a crush on someone we were too afraid to speak to, or didn't think would ever be interested in us. How do you know if someone has a crush on you? Sometimes, it can be hard to tell if someone likes you as more than just friends, especially when they are good at hiding their feelings. So here are 10 secret signs someone has a crush on you that might give you an idea of what your friend or coworker really thinks about you behind closed doors. Number 1, they listen more than they talk. It's possible to be loved without being known, but it's not possible to be known without being loved. In other words, when someone has a crush on you, they try to understand and pay attention to you, otherwise known as listening more than anything else. This isn't just because they like you, it's because they want to be liked by you. That's why that person seems to ask all sorts of questions about your likes and dislikes. They love learning about who you are and how you think. Plus, if someone is truly interested in getting close with another person, then those questions indicate some form of respect, which means they probably wouldn't date anyone they didn't respect first. So if you're looking for signs that someone might have a secret crush on you, watch out for their behavior when they talk to you. If they seem genuinely curious about what makes you tick, there's a good chance they're trying to impress you. And let's face it, no one really listens unless they care. Number 2, they flirt with you. Flirting is usually an obvious indicator that someone has a crush on you. That's why it's often one of, if not the main sign that someone has feelings for you. The only thing you have to watch out for is if they are flirting with others, too. In that case, they're just being friendly and might not actually like you in a romantic way at all. So make sure there aren't any signs pointing to them liking others as well before assuming they have feelings for you. And don't forget to flirt back. Flirting can be a great icebreaker, especially when your friendship hasn't been formalized yet. If you don't know how to flirt or are worried about overstepping boundaries, then just Google it out. Number 3, they always find something nice to say about you. If your friend or acquaintance always has something nice to say about you, chances are they have feelings for you. They could be trying to get close to you to learn more about your life and personality, so be sure not to spend too much time with them. If it seems like they're spending a lot of time with you, while other friends are taking them for granted, they might have secret crush on you. Watch out if they only choose their moments of interaction carefully and keep their interactions scarce while making excuses, like "I didn't want to bother you." It's possible that they could be hiding these feelings from everyone but themselves. Maybe even from themselves. Secrets can get pretty heavy. That said, if they seem genuinely happy to see you when they do interact with you, there's a good chance that their interest in you is genuine, so don't rule them out just yet. Number 4, they compliment your achievements and abilities. Noticing your hard work, skills, and accomplishments isn't just a sign that someone has good manners, it's also a sign they think you're cool, as relationship expert Deborah Day writes in her book The Day Diet, 7 Steps to Wholeness. Compliments are love gestures. People who make them are drawn to others, she says. They're interested in you, so while these secret admirers may not be outwardly swooning over you, yet, they're certainly invested enough to praise you for your awesomeness. I like people who acknowledge my achievements, Day told Reader's Digest. They do so with kindness and humility. For example, instead of saying you look great, they might say you looked great during your presentation today, or instead of saying I liked what you wrote, they might say I liked how you took such an unconventional approach to your research. If you've noticed more than one person being extra nice about something lately, it could be because there's another person out there noticing all of it and liking what he or she sees. And if it's someone specific, that could very well mean he or she is looking at you with stars in their eyes. Number 5, they bring up your interests in conversation. It could be as simple as asking you how your weekend was, or talking about their favorite movie. This is a subtle way of saying they care about you and want to know more about you. If someone brings up your interests in conversation, pay attention to what they say. It could be an indication that they like you. They're always checking out your social media. Do they check out your Instagram every day? Are they constantly looking at pictures of you online? They might have a crush on you if they are so interested in what you're doing online. They might even make comments or like certain posts to show interest. They send flirty texts, one surefire sign that someone has a crush on you is if they text flirty messages all day long. Flirty texts don't have to be overtly sexual, they can simply include things like smiley faces, emojis, and exclamation points, and maybe even some heart eyes. If someone sends these kinds of messages all day long, there's definitely something going on here. Number 6, they seem jealous when you pay attention to other people. If you're having lunch with your coworkers and one of them gets jealous when you speak to another coworker, they might be crushing on you. Pay attention to any similar behavior in other situations as well. Jealousy can happen for many reasons, but it could also mean that they like you and don't want other people paying attention to them. Since jealousy can also occur between lovers or spouses, be sure that there are no romantic feelings before trying to interpret their behavior. A better idea is to think about how you would feel if someone had a crush on you, and then look at your own behavior towards others. Do you seem possessive? Are you friendly with others or aloof? Observe yourself closely in social situations to see if someone has an obvious crush on you. They stare at you all night. This may sound creepy, but even staring can be seen as an obvious sign of attraction, especially if it happens often enough that it catches your attention. While some people simply have very intense stares and may not even realize they're doing so, others stare because they find someone attractive. Number 7, their body language reveals the signs. When you're around, they stand taller and their posture is better. They seem more relaxed, too, like they're at ease in your presence. This type of body language shows that you make them feel good about themselves. When someone has a crush on you, they also open up to you more quickly. Their conversation flows easily, like there are no awkward pauses or moments where it seems like something is missing from their sentences. The way people talk about themselves also changes when they have feelings for someone else. There's more self-deprecation and joking around than usual. If you notice these signs, take note. It might be time to ask if anything's going on. Number 8, they stare into your eyes or smile too often when talking to you. Flirting is hard to define, but it doesn't take much to spot it. When someone's into you, they tend to have an abundance of micro-expressions, from smiling too often or glancing at you in a certain way. There are many non-verbal cues that show how someone feels about you, and when someone has a crush on you, they don't just stare longingly at your face. The old saying, "the eyes are windows to the soul," rings true for people with crushes as well. They can't help but admire every part of your body that is visible, especially if what they see makes them feel good. If someone stares at you often and smiles more than usual, he or she might be crushing on you. Number 9, their touch lingers on yours longer than it should have. When someone has a crush on you, they'll often hold your hand or stroke your hair just a little bit longer than they should. But don't be weirded out if that happens. Just smile and enjoy it. They come over to talk to you when you're alone. It may seem odd if someone sits next to you when there are other people within earshot, but sometimes it's nice to have some one-on-one time with an interested party. If you find yourself in a situation like that, ask them what they want to talk about. If their response is vague or non-existent, then maybe they do have something specific in mind. Their eyes meet yours more frequently than normal. This can mean two things: either someone is trying really hard not to look at you, or they're trying really hard not to look away from you. And while it might be creepy if someone stares at you for no reason, it could also mean that he or she is enamored by your presence. Number 10, their name comes up during conversation among friends as someone we like. Maybe you casually mention to your friend group that "I think she's pretty cute, though I'm not sure what she sees in me." A few days later, you run into that girl at Starbucks and catch her checking you out. Odds are good she has a crush on you. The idea of spending time with you comes up more often than it should. If all of your friends are constantly saying things like "you should hang out" or "how come we never see each other anymore?" Even when it's only been a couple of weeks since everyone saw each other last, there's probably something going on. They always have an excuse for why they can't hang out with you. If they're always coming up with reasons why they can't spend time with you, then maybe they don't want to be around you because they have feelings for you. They avoid eye contact when talking to you. This one is pretty obvious. If someone is talking to you but won't look at your eyes, then chances are good that person is nervous about being around or talking to you.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me,